Hey guys, so we did number lines yesterday. And so we know that numbers go in the order on a number line, and they can go by ones, they can go by twos, they can go by fives, and it doesn't have to start with a 1 or 0. It can kind of start anywhere. Anything else that I missed about number lines? No? So what about rounding? What do you guys know about rounding numbers?
Oh,
Sir?
I think this is what rounding means, where if it's like, if you try to guess like, I don't know how to say it.
Sir?
Like the time is this number, and you're rounding by doing it to the closest even number, or
Sure.
closest to like any number that's not odd.
Right. So have you ever had somebody ask you what time it is, and instead of giving them that really specific time, like 11:43, they might just round and say 11:45. Or they might say it's about 12. They're just kind of rounding to a more even number that doesn't have so many little details. So if I had the number line here, imagine this is our number line, and we have 350 to 360. You already know that there are numbers in between. So what is our number line counting by? What is each tick mark going to represent? Sir?
10.
Yeah, tens. Because 350 to 360 is 10 more. So what if we had, ma'am? What if we had 351? Where would, get your face off the camera. Where would she be? Would she be closer to this one? Would she be closer to this one? Or would she be right in the middle? Where should we put her?
Right in the middle.
Ma'am?
You should put it next to 350.
Yeah, right next to 350. So would we round to 360 or would we round to 350?
350.
Yeah, you would round down because it's closer on the number line. What if she was 355? Where would we put her now? Over here, over there, or in the middle?
In the middle.
Sir?
In the middle.
Yeah, right in the middle because she's right in the middle. So now what do we do with rounding? Is she closer to 350 or 360?
The same.
Ma'am?
She's the same amount because it's 5 plus 5 equals 10.
Exactly, but we need to round. So which way do we go? Do you guys think we round down or we round up? Sir in the back. Up. You round up. Yes. We would actually round her up to 360. So she would turn into 360. So the trick is, well, how does the saying go? Sir? The saying. I forgot it. I'll remember though, but it's like more than 5, like round up, 4 or less, round down. But it rhymes, I promise it does. I'll figure it out. So what about this one then? 358. Now where is she going? Is she on a number line? Is she going to be closer to 350 or 360?
360.
360. So are we rounding to 350 or are we rounding to 360?
Rounding to 360.
Yes. So how can a number line help you round? Ma'am? No? How can a number line help you round? Sir?
Well, you can know how it can help you round. Wait, how a number line can help you round?
Yeah, how can a number line help you round? Sir in the back?
It can. I do.
Sir?
Well, how it does is where, like, on the number line, if you know how it goes, like, time, each one is 10 all the way to 20. You know that 5 is going to be rounding up to, it's going to round up.
Right.
And then all the way to 4, 3, 2, 1, it's going to round down.
Sure. So if I round up, I'm looking at, well, you want to know if you're rounding up based on tens, which is what we were doing, or if I was going to round up based on my hundreds place value. So 358, would I round to 300 or would I round to 400?
400.
Why?
Because it has, the 80 is, the 400 is closer to 80.
400 is, so if I had a number line, 300 and 400, 358 would be closer to the 400 than it's closer to the 300. Absolutely. So what if I was going to round by, what else could we do? So we can round by ones. We can round our tens place value. We can round our hundreds place value. We can round to the nearest thousands place value, 10,000s place value, 100,000s place value. It doesn't matter, but pay attention, because if a question says round to the nearest 100, it's going to be different than if you rounded to the nearest 10. So rounding to the nearest 100, 358 would become 300 or 400? 400, yeah. 358 would become 400 if you were rounding to the nearest 100. Rounding to the nearest 10 means, where is she going? 358, would she go to 350 or 360? 360.
Yeah.
Because the 58 is way closer to 60 than 58 is closer to 50. It's not as close. So what if we had, so our ones place value, rounding to the nearest ones place value. Where is she going? Sir, I can't see your number.
The 0.
Is she closer? Is 3 closer to the 0 or the 10?
0.
0. So 3 would round down to 0. What about our tens place value? 30 and 40. Where is 34? Is it closer to 30? Or is it closer to 40? 30. So you would round down to 30. What if we were rounding to the nearest 100 place value? We have 500 and 600. She is 529. Is she rounding down to 500 or up to 600? Who thinks up, thumbs up? Who thinks down, thumbs down? Half and half. Tell me why you think up.
Because it has a 9, and 9 is bigger, so it goes back.
But remember, the meat is on this side. Our hundreds place value, our tens place value, and then our ones. So 529. So who else thought up? Or we round up. Why, sir?
Hey, you just wait to pick this up.
We're looking at rounding up or down the place value. 20, if you had all of the numbers from 500, 501, 502, 503, 504, 506, 507, all the way to 599 to 600, where would 529 fall? Would it be in the middle? Would it be closer to 600? Or would it be closer to 500?
500.
Yeah,
500.
because 529, you still have the 30s, the 40s, the 50s, the 60s, the 70s, the 80s, the 90s before you even get to 600. Does this make sense to you? Does this make sense to you? Does this make sense to you? Any questions? Ma'am? Sir?
That's something.
Sir? Any questions about rounding on number lines? You guys feel like you could do that? So really, honestly, guys, the biggest thing to remember is looking at what it's asking for. Is it asking for rounding to the nearest ones, tens, hundreds, or thousands place value? That's where I can see you guys getting confused. So just take the time, slow down, and read the instructions, okay?